Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now, while I normally edit my videos, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and rather than it actually being for quality, we're just going to dive straight in because we've got a lot of exciting stuff to be looking at. First, we're going to start off with the koi fish, actually, just because it's the buggiest, and I just want to start off with the biggest item. So we'll take a quick look, and then all right, we're gonna take a look at that at the at the end. We'll put him in water. All right, we'll put him in water. But to actually start it off normally, besides, we'll end it with that. We'll take a trip over to the water. We'll start off with the creatures. So here we have a stuffed firefly. Now the size looks just about right as to what the firefly should look like when they're actually done and in the game. The stuffed version illuminates some light, and it's honestly just really clean looking. I really like the model design. It looks really fresh and kind of adorable if you can get past the eyes, I guess. Looks pretty harmless. Yeah, overall just pretty solid model. Over here we've got the long-awaited bees. These things fly away instantly, and as for so far, they will just try to stay around flowers. They're really quick. They do their annoying little buzz sound, and overall they're just really fun to look at as they just kind of pound the walls. We can let him go, and he will instantly fly away. And this one seems to be a little disoriented after bashing his head. But usually, they will go to the nearest flower. Now, right here, we've got what everyone hates in real life. We've got the mosquito. Honestly, no redeeming qualities about this one, although the model does look really nice and intimidating. I can picture these things flying around. They're not done with the animations, it seems like, but I can picture these things flying around and just annoying everyone and freaking them out as well. It looks like they're going to pack a bit of a punch, as you can see. But other than that, yeah, it looks really nice. I like the overall design of it. It's huge. Here's a little comparison. Um, as a matter of fact, if you want, you can put like a hoops or something next to it. Just so we can get like a nice size comparison from afar. There's one off in the distance. Now, what's weird is this one over here followed us a little bit ways. He just kind of teleported on over, but obviously they're still not done with anything. And while he's doing that, we'll take a quick look over here. These are what the stuffed bees look like. You can currently only place them on ceilings. Now, what's interesting is that if I place a workbench, they're actually pretty fun to shoot at. Now, this is going to sound kind of demented, but if I can find my bow. There we go.
And I actually have the character down for a size comparison.
Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, just for a direct size comparison, they're about the same in height. The mosquito's a little bit taller, and they're just absolutely massive in length. Their legs are just have such a huge span, and just literally just the arm is the size of, I guess, the mouth. Really huge. But something interesting is that I believe if you remove the flooring, hold on, let's get up here really fast. If you remove the flooring, if I can, do some parkour for this, it will actually float. Now, I don't think this is going to be in the final product. Obviously, we're still a ways away from the planned update. And they just kind of, well, usually they'll kind of swing around, but these ones don't seem to be wanting to. They're just kind of standing still. But it's kind of cool that they float. They're definitely nice decoration. They look like they're going to be the same size as the real-life model, which looks roughly the same for the fireflies. We don't know what the in-game models look like. So I can only assume it's going to look something similar like this, and they're going to kind of be flying around illuminating the night, which is nice to get some unique night creatures that really only come out then. This beast kind of just flying around. Did he fall from somewhere? I don't know where that came from. All right. On to the really interesting stuff. Here is the koi armor. I'm sure you've seen some rumors about this, and honestly, it just looks really clean. I'm assuming that this is close to what the final product is going to look like. Sometimes if you go really far, it'll kind of glitch out, which I'm sure they're going to fix. It doesn't seem to be doing that right now. Now, what's interesting about this is if I go back to the workbench. And we make the full sets. Now we can take a look at what it'll craft to actually make. 2 koi fish scales. Now if you hit the koi fish, it seems to drop scales. Now it seems now currently, if you just hit the koi fish once, it'll just drop a scale every single time you hit it. Now I don't know if this will be exactly how it is in the final product. Obviously, nothing that you'll see in this video is absolutely certain it's how it'll be when it actually comes out. But the koi fish scales seem to be coming from whenever you hit the koi fish, like it kind of just peels off. Diving mask, we'll take a look at what it takes to create those. Eelgrass strands, which, can you get the eelgrass or no? It'll take you a
Yeah,
while,
it'll
I'll
just
just,
take me a minute, so
okay.
continue.
Eelgrass strands, which you'll get in a little bit, lily pad wax, which I'm not sure, and diving bell spider silk. So it is looking like we're going to be getting diving bell spiders.
Oh, I actually want this one, and this is what eelgrass would look like.
Yep.
And it'll
So
take a
it's going to be really
diving
tall.
knife.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that this will be at the bottom of the water, and you'll just break it down with a dagger. It looks like this is kind of a unique icon to kind of chop it down. Now if we take this, yep. So now we're able to break it, and just like that, 3 eelgrass strands, nice and easy. The chest plate, more scales, cattail fluff, which is going to be another unique, a bundle of fluffy seeds from the head of a cattail plant, warm and insulating. Now I'm assuming this is going to be used in possibly more armor sets. It seems like it'd be pretty important, especially if it's insulating. Might help out with the weather in the future, who knows? Just speculation. Let's see the entry for the eelgrass really fast. A long piece of hydroponic eelgrass material can help bind things that need to be used underwater. And this is everything that it would be used in. So as you can see, the diving mask, which you need to create the koi scale helmet. Now the koi scale helmet is just basically an upgraded version of the diving mask. As you can see, they're really similar in appearance. Flippers, the scales, decoy bait. We'll take a look at this in a sec. So let's go back over to our gear, because I know you just want to get into that good stuff. Alright, so we've got the greaves, more of the same. Flippers, the boatman fins, lily pad wax, strider legs, more of the same. A leg harvested from a water strider, long and slim, but surprisingly robust. So there's the koi set. Now here we have the flippers, which, yes, you need to create the koi scale greaves, and so it's looking like the chest plate is the only thing that you don't need another armor piece to create. You just need raw materials, because the helmet takes the diving mask and the flippers take the the greaves take the regular flippers. The regular flippers are gonna take lily pad wax, strider legs, so it's just looking like the same materials for every single one. So I'm gonna just keep going by. Rebreather eelgrass strands, yep, cattail fluff, same thing. Lily pad wax, so this is gonna be really important. And then, some pretty common ones, sprigs and plant fibers. So it's looking like the rebreather is gonna be pretty simple to make. You can take a look on the right to see what defense and bonuses it gives. Veteran diver increases your ability to breathe underwater. Veteran diver, diving mask, I don't think this is going to be final because it has max defense. I doubt it. Flippers increase your swim speed. Now we can actually see in a sec when we go over. I'll put the armor on so you can see what it looks like. We've got max here today. It looks really nice and clean. I especially like how it kind of applies to the feet, kind of like skis in a way. Diving fins especially. Honestly, it just looks like, I don't know, some kind of merman cosplay, I guess. He looks kind of silly with a little water bubble. But honestly, it's just really clean, and I love the little color for it. Obviously, like the koi fish, the orange and white going on, with some, dark red, burgundy, and then just this nice little fin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it looks like some plant fiber wrapped around, which is just the eelgrass, I believe. Overall, just a really clean set. Um, so that's all for the armors. Now we have even more, although this is where things get a little bit crazy. So we've got the Dragonfly Slayer, which as you can see right here is a tier 4. This is the first look into a tier 4 weapon. I don't think at all that this is going to be... Oh, it's far too big to be called a sword, massive, thick, heavy, and far too chewy. Requires a large amount of guts to wield into battle. So this could be the final look of the actual weapon, which is surprising because here we go. We've got it right here. Usually they use it, as you'll see, just as a, I believe, just a quick template as they actually design the model for the weapon. It's basically just a pink sword. I don't think that this is gonna be the final design, but it's looking to be a pink sword, and this gets further confirmed by the steel gum. Gum so stale that it's stronger than most metals, can probably be used for something spectacular, just have to make sure to never eat it. Now, I believe if you get enough steel gum, which I'm going to assume is going to be really rare to find throughout, especially since it's a tier 4, you can actually eventually craft this Dragon Slayer, which honestly is going to be very exciting to use in game, and I'm assuming, especially by the stats thus far that they've given it, if I can find it, it's going to be insane. I don't know if this is going to be final stats, but it's a tier 4 weapon. We've already got a tier 3 mint mallet. It's the only tier 3, I believe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's only tier 3 in the
Mhm.
game.
You could actually try that one out on the mosquito to show off the stats.
Oh yeah, for the Dragon Slayer, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
just half health the mosquito, 2-shot mosquito, and we get blood sac and a beak. So it's just insane damage, honestly. Just you'll be able to face wolf spiders even if you can't block, to be honest. Um, so that's
And
very exciting. A tier 4 weapon.
actually, I was able, I was able to spawn in some cattail fluff. I don't know if this will be the model
Oh,
when it's
so
released, but it seems to
with
be
this,
a ball.
this is like a plant they said, right? Something like that.
Oh,
Cattail fluff.
yeah,
A
here, I'll
bundle of
drop one.
fluffy seeds from the head of a cattail plant, warm and insulating. Okay, so this looks like it could be close to the final product model, I guess. Oh yeah, and you just pick it up. I don't know why it's so huge though. All right, so that's exciting. Let's keep going. So the next thing we've got is the mosquito needle, which is why I say I don't think that this sword model is anywhere close to what the final product is going to be like. They just seem to use it as a stand-in for what the actual model is going to look like as they kind of just develop the animations and the stats. Now the needle, I don't know if I have it in my inventory. I should. We don't. Okay. We'll make it really fast. The needle seems to just be what you'd craft from a mosquito. I'm assuming their mouthpiece, if I'm wrong, looks like is what it's going to be, which is also pretty exciting. I love the spears in this game, and it's looking to be really quick. Obviously, going to be focusing a lot on, oh, I can't actually block, but just going to be really sharp overall. It is a tier, what is it? It's a tier 3, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage. They're going to be focusing a lot on speed. Obviously, it's a needle, a fast and deadly rapier that mimics the functionality of a mosquito's blood-sucking tool. Okay, yeah, perfect. I was right. So definitely going to be super quick, and I'm imagining effective to use with a stamina type build around your armor, which is great. Let's keep checking. So we got a firefly lantern. This is basically just a torch, mosquito blood sac, and bioluminescent goop, which the mysterious juices that allow fireflies to glow. So you're gonna be able to get this from fireflies. Let's see what else. The diving knife, a handy tool for harvesting aquatic flora or for defending oneself against underwater fauna. So this is going to be one of the first tools I'm assuming you're going to create as you start to create your water-based gear and equipment. It takes a pebblet, 2 woven fiber, and strider legs, which is just that yeah, the water striders. So I'm assuming this is going to be one of the first things that when the update eventually hopefully comes around and includes all these items, you'll be able to create this and get started collecting all the stuff that you need for the water-based gear, especially those tier 4s. We've got bone diving knife. A diving knife made of more robust materials increases the tool's effectiveness in its various functions. This seems to be more of an upgrade. A bone, which spinner of bone harvested from the names of dead fish. So koi fish, I believe is going to be one of the only aquatic things. I could be wrong. Woven fiber, obviously, super generic. Diving bell, spider silk. So yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those that you're going to have to work pretty hard with. Let's see. I've got it in my inventory, I believe. Yes, I do. Here we go. What tier is it? Oh, does it not have a tier? Oh, it doesn't have a tier yet. Okay, interesting. So these both don't have tiers. I'm going to assume that the diving knife is going to be a tier 1, possibly 2, and the bone diving knife is going to be a tier 3, possibly 2. I'm going to assume, especially with how expensive it is to craft, it's going to be a tier 3. Here's the really, really interesting parts, which I don't know why they listed as a tier 1, because all of this is going to be pretty difficult to get. Leech sack, tadpole slime, and the strider legs, obviously. Sprigs, super generic. This is a harpoon gun. Now, what's interesting is that currently it doesn't work like at all. They don't have the animations set up or anything like that. So you pull it out, and you just have a normal spear animation. First person, it's broken. Everything. Obviously, it's not finished. The update isn't even close to rolling around. I think they planned for late August, right? So, something like that. But
Around
as
the
you can see, you can
27th.
shoot pretty far. Now, it has a weird charge ability where if I just press it, oh, well, I don't actually know far, so I could be wrong. Okay. But you can see the arrows seem a little bit floaty, and the animations are definitely off. So this is not really functional at all. But it is really fun to look at, even if Max is holding it like he wants to end himself. But nonetheless, it's a really cool looking model. Now I'm gonna drop it on the ground, and you can see it looks really clean. I don't know exactly how this would realistically function, but it is really cool to look at. Just how you'd imagine an insect harpoon gun would look. So this is going to be really exciting. And what's even better is that we have a tactical harpoon gun, which you can see over here illuminates light, which I don't know if it's going to constantly illuminate light if you put it on a weapon rack, but it currently is. So we're going to take it and try it out. It's got the same animations, nothing special, except it has that light, which is honestly really bright. I'm imagining that they're still going to be setting everything up for that. Also, we've got these drinks that I was able to craft at the smoothie station, which aren't in the game yet, which I forget exactly how you make them. Hedgelord, Liquid Gills, and Liquid Rage. I completely forget how you make them, but this gives you a bonus to your damage. This gives you Veteran Diver, which helps you breathe underwater. Liquid Gills, I'm assuming you need something from koi fish, possibly. Hedgelord, I'm not sure, but these three are not in the game. We got Boatman Fin Soup, which you can craft over here. Water Boatman Fin. So there's gonna be water boatmans, and I believe there was concept for that, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'll probably go over that later. We've got the harpoon bolts for it, which we took a look at. Obviously, it's just the generic venom. Yes, I believe this is just an upgraded version. And we've got a bone trident. Now, the bone trident actually is probably going to be one of my favorites, just because I really like, I don't think these are going to be stats, especially not at tier 1. But I really like the ability to be able, oh, well, this is actually really slow for the amount of speed it says. I thought it would be a lot faster, but it's actually pretty slow. Typically, I like weapons that are a lot faster, but this looks really clean so far. I really like the look of it. If they're actually going to make it tier 1, I'm assuming that these are going to be pretty non-expensive to make, and you'll be able to get these early on in the actual full update. Underwater lanterns, really bright, and it's nice to see. They don't have any durability yet, so we won't know how long until these run out, but it'd be nice if these take a lot longer than torches, because especially in WoW mode, torches run out incredibly fast. So these are really nice to see. It's really bright. I'd almost say it's too bright, especially since it doesn't seem to reach or illuminate that far. I'd say it's too bright. So I'm gonna put this away. Now this is something interesting as well. So this is a boomerang. It was called that when you spawned it, right? The boomerang.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we put this here, now what's cool about this is that you can like throw it, right? And it will actually come back straight into
It
my
just
inventory.
doesn't have a model
I
or
didn't even
anything.
put, yeah, it doesn't have a model. They're currently using, I believe, the larva dagger. Now, it's getting really dark. Let's sleep really fast. But if this is actually going to be implemented in the game, this will be amazing, especially although the durability I imagine will run out really
I don't know
quickly.
about the rest of
I'll
you,
get the
but
time.
I'm beat.
Oh, you'll just change time, okay.
Yep.
But it'd be nice to see a ranged weapon other than the bow and the harpoon gun, and something that seems really unique. I really hope that it's rare to find and something that players really have to strive to get, because honestly, I want to just run around as Hoops, just screaming alley hoop as I throw boomerangs everywhere. Speaking of alley hoop, this is going to excite me because I actually did a stream earlier where I played basketball with rocks with my friend. We made a little hoop. Where'd the basketball go? Do you not have it? Can you spawn it real quick? I don't think we have it.
I'll quick find it.
Okay. But there is going to be a basketball, it seems like. The model is not done yet, but it does seem to be pretty bouncy, and there is a description already out. Hey, Hoops. Hoops is just kind of hanging out here, doing her job. We already went over all this. Oh, yeah. We had to go over the... Where's it? Oh, yeah, the Firefly headlamp, which I think I brushed over. My bad. I think I meant to... Yeah. Now, the Firefly headlamp is crafted from Firefly parts. It's a tier 2, and it kind of just reminds me of the Might Hat, except I don't believe this is the final model, but it's kind of just a pulsating hat. As well as the Strider skates, which allows you to skate on the surface of water, which is going to be really fun just to use and kind of chill around, honestly, especially for exploration. I can't wait to use that. Obviously, we've got the B armor set, not the rotten B armor set, just the regular B armor set, which I believe my friend used. We were able to get it in a survival world, which I might do a separate video about, because you can actually get items from creative into survival, which is really exciting. But I believe if you wear the entire set, you get a armor set bonus, which reduces heavily the amount of damage that you take from fall damage, which is amazing, especially for those clumsy players. We've just got the rebreather and then the flippers here, nothing new. Alright, here is the basketball. Now, as I said, there is no... Oh. Did I pick up the basketball?
Yeah, it has the same model as some of the unmodeled things.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, there we go. I already had a basketball in my inventory, I'm silly. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of just like an orange giant piece of sap, it would seem like. The description says, not quite regulation, but it'll go through a hoop just fine. Now, I know this is going to make Hoops really exciting, or really excited that she can finally play basketball with something that slightly mimics a basketball rather than a heavy pebble, or a pebblet. It seems a little bit more bouncy, perhaps. Honestly, it seems to have the same physics as a pebblet, which kind of sucks. I know they're definitely going to work on it. Let me see if you can... Oh gosh, this is hard. Hoops is disappointed in my abilities to play basketball right now. Okay, let me see if it even goes in. I can't get this thing to go in. I don't know if I suck or if it just doesn't go in. I think I just suck. Oh, there we go. That was a sound that I've never heard before. Alright, so it can go in. Okay, perfect. It's just a little bit rough right now. Is there anything that we haven't covered? The set bonus for Koi armor is, well, besides well, there's not really a set bonus, it doesn't seem like, but you can swim a lot faster because of the greaves, and you can breathe underwater. I think I covered everything, right?
Yeah, we could head over to the pond and check out the koi fish.
Yep. Sounds good. Spawn in the koi fish. We can spawn in the mites too if you want, or the, what was it? The wasp. You want to spawn in the wasp just so that
oh yeah.
they can see the amazing progress. What the? Oh, for a second I thought we were gonna take damage. All right, yeah, we'll go to the
Whoa! It's a giant!
Nice, Max. Wait, why are these here?
Good one, Max.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we've got some rebellious ants. Love to see it. Oh, actually, let me use my Dragon Slayer. Yeah, this thing is going to be amazing if they decide to go with the same or similar stats. I'm Princess Bubblegum. But yeah, I'm truly excited just to see how everything comes together.
Food. Oh,
Especially the sword. Especially the sword. And the harpoon gun. I imagine that they're going to create some amazing animations for it. Just like they did with every other weapon thus far. Yeah, I think we've covered everything. We just got to get the koi fish to swim. I'm excited. Are you excited for the update?
Yeah.
What an amazing
There's gonna
game.
be lots of new exciting things.
This is true. And although we're obviously spoiler warning, now that we're at the end of the video.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, spoiler warning. No, but although we're kind of showcasing a lot, again, it isn't optimized anywhere close to how it's truly gonna act. You're not even supposed to be able to access this stuff. We're just wizards, so. Alright, are we at the pond? Perfect. You can see if you can get a few of those. I'm a little bit lagging
Yo, I'm
behind because
there.
I fought those rebellious ants. Hey, they're swimming. What a beautiful sight to see. The pond just truly alive with activity. This is amazing. Look at them.
And there should be later on different spiders and
You can see I'm swimming a lot faster because of the armor set, and there's no drowning in creative. So I might do a future video where I try to get this stuff in survival because I believe it is possible. Me and my friend were able to get a lot of creative stuff like the stinger spear, which I think I should show because I don't think I did. It's an amazing weapon. I used it a lot in survival. My only downside is that it breaks very, very fast. I play on will mode, so that could honestly be it. But after fighting about 2 orb weavers, your weapon will basically be done for, which kind of sucks. But it's not very expensive to repair, so you can just get it up and running with a little bit of quartz, I believe. But as you can see, the koi fish are just kind of swimming around. Now, what's weird about the koi fish is that only their right eye is animated, and it kind of moves around and everything, and it looks really nice. Now, their left eye isn't there, which honestly is pretty terrifying. Their left eye seems to just never kind of spawn in. And this is obviously because they're not done with it.
But there's also some scars on the body. Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of scarring, which is, I'm wondering if there's only going to be about like 1 koi fish, you know? But you do need a lot of koi scale, so either this thing's going to drop a lot of materials and it's going to kind of be a one-time thing like the mint container, or there's going to be a few koi fish, and this model just so happens to be modeled after one that doesn't have an eye. Which either way, I'm super excited to see.
Also, yeah, there's a frisbee at the bottom, and if you go into the hedge, there's also a frisbee with a brood mother, so there could be like
Boss.
koi boss type
Yeah, a
thing.
nice little frisbee alliance to have boss fights. Well, either way, I believe we've covered mostly everything that I wanted to get inside this video. I kind of just want to get this video out. I'm not really going to edit it. It's kind of just being a freebie. I didn't really have a script, which is why I said a lot of words wrong. But, you know, whatever. We won't talk about it. Either way, I hope you enjoyed looking at, well, taking a small little peek at some of the things I believe that they have planned for the future late August update, I believe is what they said on the Discord. I could be wrong. Honestly, anything in this video they could just decide not to release. You know what I mean? None of this is absolutely final. Everything is subject to change. And although everything in here is exciting, especially the harpoon gun, it's obviously not done, as you can see by the animations and the fact that Max always holds it up to the head like he wants to shoot it at himself, which I don't know why Max would want to do that. Anyways, cattail fluff. Good note to end the video on. Alright.